Hello beautiful people and welcome to another video. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to go about the cutting and sewing of this beautiful sleeveless shirt. Yes, and which has buttons. So that is what we are going to be doing in today's video. And for the skirt, I already uploaded it on the channel. I'm going to be leaving the link in the description box and comment section. If this looks like something you are interested in, please stay tuned while we continue in it. So the measurements needed for this are the shoulders measurement, the bust measurement, the waist round measurement, the hip measurement, and then the full length of the top which we are going to be working with. And please note, these are the measurements you need for this top, but remember that the measurement I used is unique to the person I am making this shirt for. So whatever or whoever you are making it for, if it's for a client or for yourself, remember that their own measurements are unique to them too. Thank you. So moving forward, we are going to be making use of this black fabric, and it is a crepe fabric, and I'm going to be making use of 1 yard of it. So moving forward now, the length of the fabric is about 50 inches long. I went ahead to fold it in four for the front and for the back. Yes. So you may be wondering that this shirt has a button. Why did I not leave extra allowance for the button? That is because I'm going to be attaching a separate fabric to the button, to that front part, which is the button side, and which we are going to see later in the tutorial. So moving forward, I'm going to begin to continue marking the measurement. So I'll go ahead and mark the measurement of the neck. um the width I'm going to take is 2.5 inches. Okay, like I said, the length of this top is 23 inches, so it's 2.5 inches. And for the back, I went down by about half of an inch, and after doing that I cut. Then for the front, which is the side that is opened, I went out by um 2.5 inches, or let's just say 3 inches, because I later reduced it a bit to 3 inches. So I went down by 3 inches for the front part, and I'm just going ahead to cut it out now. So this is what we have for the front and for the back. Now the shoulder, the length of the shoulder I'm working with is 16 inches divided by 2. It is 8 inches. So I'm going ahead to mark that there. So moving forward now, I'll go down by 1 inches. Then after going down by 1 inches, I will mark the armhole line, which is 7 inches. How did I get that? The bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. After doing that, I went ahead to mark it out like a rectangle, and then draw the armhole curve. Yes. So for this armhole curve, you want a tutorial on how to do it. I have that on the channel. I also leave it in the description box so you can check it out. Now for the waistline, it is 17 inches, so I went down by 17 inches from the top of the fabric, and I marked our waist measurements, which is 28 divided by 4, 7.7, pardon me, plus 2 inches, which is 9, which I marked on the waist part. Then for the hip, I marked her hip measurement, which is 40 divided by 4, um 10 uh 10 inches. Then I added just 1 inch allowance on the waist, on the hip area. Why did I mark just 1 inches on the hip area? That is because the length of this shirt did not really get to her hip area. So meaning that hip measurement I'm even marking there is not even supposed to be that wide. You understand? So I'm not even supposed to mark up to her hip measurement there. So but I just marked it. So that was why I just added 1 inch allowance. So after connecting all the points, I went ahead to cut out everything. Then by the side, I left about half of an inch and I cut out. So that for this for the cutting of the shirt, the upper part, the front and the back. So moving forward now, I'm going to go ahead to measure out what I have on the front side, which is about 21 inches, and then I'll go ahead and cut extra fabrics, which I'm going to be using for the turning, where I'll be placing the button and the buttonhole of this shirt. So moving forward as we proceed, I went ahead to weave all the sides of this shirt round, minus the area I'm going to be attaching that extra fabric. So after doing that, I now drew this long strap of fabric, which is for the back, because there is a rope at the back which you can use to tie this shirt. Then this is the material for the shirt, for the button. So I'm going to attach that. I went ahead to add a an stay to just give it more structure. So moving forward now, I'm going to go ahead and sew the side. So I'm attaching the front part of the back to the front part of the front, and then I'm going ahead to attach the ropes. I'll go ahead and attach the ropes on the waist area, or 1 inches below the waist area. Then after doing that, I also went ahead to sew down the end of this top. I hemmed it. Remember, I sewed it down. Then the armhole area, I hemmed it with hemming gum. And I pressed it down. I did not sew it down. I just pressed it down. Then on the other area where we are going to be attaching the button and buttonhole, I attached this fabric, and then I'm going to be attaching it. I ironed it with about half of an inch, and I'm going to be sewing it down, which I already went ahead to do, as we can see. So this is how it looks. Yeah, so for the end of the shirt, I did not hem it. I just folded it like a bit, just a bit, and then I sewed it down. So moving forward now, this is what this beautiful shirt is looking like. As we can see, it's already coming to life. So for the collar of this shirt, I'm going ahead to take the round neck measurement. Seeing what I get is what I'll use to cut the collar. I have 18.5 inches, so I'll go ahead to cut about 19.5 inches long of fabric. So which is measured, I'm going to be making use of 1.5 inches. So after doing that, I went ahead to interface it with a soft stay, and I ironed about half of an inch of it in. Then after doing that, I went ahead to just attach it into the neck area like a band. Then I went ahead to mark the holes for the button, the areas that I'll be attaching the button holes, and then the button. So this button is about half of an inch. So those holes that I'm going to be marking down, they are going to be half inches or slightly above half of an inch. I'm going to drop a link on go about how to go about this buttonhole and buttons, which is already on my channel. You can do well to check it out. So after doing that, I went ahead to attach the buttons and then the button holes, and I fixed it, and this is what I have, guys. So I totally loved how this shirt came out looking. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and don't forget the tutorial on how to create this skirt is up on the channel. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial. Stay blessed.